people with the rifles. He's winning clutches. He's taking 1vx's every single game. He got 11, as Bless said, 11 2K plus rounds. 5 out of 6 opening duels went his way. He's just an absolute animal. 2 clutches. What can you do against this guy? Die. That's what you can do. That's pretty much it.
Just don't go to where he is and then send 5 players at him. That's all I can think of. Well, D13 going to be starting off on the T side since this is their map choice, and Mazaalai have chosen the CT. I think this is going to be a good indicator, though, of how this map will go. If Mazaalai can build up some steam on the CT side, or if D13 is just going to, you know, roll all over them. I want to have hopes for Mazaalai here. Like, I want to see them do better. I want to see them not go 0-3 in the group and unfortunately be at the bottom of the table. Looks like, though, we have a semi-fate going out towards outer. We're rushing down towards the inner bomb site now. Shakap looking to lead the charge, and Suga just going to be completely overwhelmed. But rate will fall to Zulkenberg as they have rotated in. So it's coming down to the 4-on-4. The CTs will be here. They do have a kit in the hands of machine gun. More importantly, they have another kill out of Zulkenberg. Look at that flank.
Yeah, it's big. They've checked for it a couple of times. Now they're looking for the site, though, as they move forward. You need someone to stay alive, and no. Zulkenberg still checking behind. Score on the spam and the smoke a little bit off his mark, and that will be machine gun on the defuse. Oh, no, it won't. He gets him just in time. What? Score. He stopped the defuse with 0.001 of a second, and then takes the second frag. What is going on?
What? What?
I'm broken.
I thought that was like a 1-on-3. I thought maybe I missed the kill because, like, we talked about Tamir. He flanked in from connector. He said they checked it multiple times, and the second Tamir comes around the corner, Zulkenberg takes his head clean off.
I didn't see Zulkenberg die. Yeah,
I didn't either. That had to have been, I guess, out of score, right? Is he on 3 kills?
He's on 4.
He's on. Oh my god.
He killed him so quick we didn't realize what was happening. But not only that, stopping the defuse. I mean, that's a little bit of luck going his way, which just, you don't need that alongside how insane he's playing. He's been tagged up by a scout. Surely this round he doesn't find as much damage in. So taking 1 kill, rate falls as well. I mean, it's good damage all around from Mazaalai in that one. Problem is now they're on an eco. Oh man.
I'm gonna load up the stream just to watch back what happened.
No, wait. Oh yeah, they've got 10 kills in total, so he had to have found that frag. That's nuts, though. I don't know how he managed to deal with Zulk.
I'm not sure either. I got the stream. I'm gonna watch this on my second monitor to see exactly what happened to break it down for everyone. But that was insane. And not only did they win the pistol off an amazing individual play, they win the second round as well. And now we're gonna see most likely the 3-0 come in. Only 1 player gonna be on the inner bomb site. That's gonna be Sugu, who's looking to push towards Halls, and he might get an angle, might get a couple of shots off, but he's not going to get a kill, unfortunately. And yeah, this should be the 3-0 right off the bat.
Yeah, really, they shouldn't be losing a weapon here. Mr. Cap wants to find all the damage he can on these last 3 players. Build on some cash. Oh, he didn't really check it, but luckily it was only a USP. There's 2 kills, lots of money built up for him. Happy as Larry. And at this point, he can't really fight anymore. I'd like to see him give that SMG to one of his teammates and let them go hunting.
Have you ever met a Happy Larry?
No, I always wondered why does it have to be Larry? I mean, everyone says Happy as Larry, but what about Gary?
I've literally never heard Happy as Larry until you just said it.
What? You've never heard the term Happy as Larry?
No.
Something
I'm pretty sure I have 2 other people here working on the show that will agree with me, but they've never heard it either.
There's genuinely something wrong with you. I looked up Happy and I typed Happy A, and immediately it said as Larry.
Okay, so Score did kill Zulkenberg towards connector, and then he stops the defuse and then finishes off Bartak. Okay, so I just saw that part. That was just like the 1-2 punch. That's rough.
Oh my god,
that's
okay.
Rough.
You made too much of a reference there. So I just looked up where Happy as Larry came from. You say the 1-2 punch. It was from a boxer called Larry Foley in the 1890s, before boxing was legal. He won the biggest prize pool of $150,000, and a newspaper article in New Zealand had the headline, Happy as Larry. And it stuck. That's wild. And then the 1-2 punch. I had to bring that up. This is devastation though early on. Nuez, double opening. He's got team main control. He's still going. Just unnecessary aggression from Mazaalai. They're giving an advantage back into the hands of D13 at least a little bit.
I love this Twitch chat comment. Imagine losing to a candy bar.
What?
Score. It's a candy bar in the US.
Oh, okay.
It's got like toffee, like hard toffee in the middle. Super good.
I've never heard of it.
But they don't sponsor us, so, you know, they want to. Contact PGL because they're not only doing a fantastic job in production, also putting out 4K streams over on YouTube and Facebook. You can always go check this out if you want to. If you're like Bled, wants to put it up on his big TV and chill and watch some CS. Now down to the 3-on-3. It was looking good though with the initial push, as you mentioned before. Like Nuez, he gets 2 kills and then an unnecessary continuation. Towards T-spawn, he falls. Lose Zilkenberg, and what would have been, or should have been, a guaranteed round here for the CT side. Now it comes into question if they can close this out.
Well, here we go, barreling into B. They've got control. They need to get a bomb plant with 10 seconds left, but there should be no problems on that front. Annihilation's still alive in this one. No AWP in his hands. Tamer gets lit in upper. But they need to clear Mr. Cap. He's going to be the key player in this one. If they manage to take him down, they've got a chance. They don't spot him. The spray is awkward, but luckily, he comes out on top. And with that, Machine Gun's got a 1v3, albeit with 2 players very low HP, and now they're the only ones remaining after Annihilation's long peak, but no time left. We're coming up to 15 seconds with both players to be killed. Unfortunately, that will be the end for Machine Gun's chances at the round. A 4th built up for D13, but it looks like he'll actually grab an exit as well. Mr. Cap was so low moving towards the connector that didn't really have a lot of faith.
But Mitch, that was a 3-on-5 that D13 won. I mean, Mr. Cap gets a trip kill. If Nuez doesn't push, they sit there with a two-person man advantage. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have to question myself as well. Like, why did they get aggressive there? Now they're down 4-0. They're back on the pistols. Machine Gun saving over the M4 from the round before. Just, it's kind of sloppy. And it's not, I mean, again, I don't want to like sound too negative towards Mazaalai. It's not like this is the only team doing things like that. We see that happen a lot so far in these last few days. You know, I'm not sure exactly why people aren't happy just getting the 1 kill advantage and backing off. Maybe they're feeling the moment, but you can feel in the moment. Score spots the player and pop, and that's a quad kill for him. Just carrying over from the last map, an ace as well. Score on 9,600 cash and 11 kills, 5 rounds in. Talked about like the young blood and CS, and I know it's taken a long time for it to get there in general across the world, but now that it has, some insane stuff is really coming to light.
Yeah, with the 5 rounds built up on the T side, as well as the fact that Score is an absolute animal. I mean, you really have to pump the brakes on that D13 train. If you're Mazaalai, it's time to stop them. And the double op setup is how they look to do it. Annihilation giving Zilkenberg a haircut through the wall, but no connection to actually deal some damage. As D13 spread out on this round, they know this is a full buy. And they need to be very careful in. Now, one that Sobu definitely needs to be cautious about. The spam came from further back, but he doesn't know that Mr. Cap is up nice and close. Waiting for that peek to come through and taking the kill. That's a B player gone. Zilkenberg now on the rotate. He's playing back connector. And up goes Bartak, and he catches them off guard as well. That's the bomb drop. AWP retrieved. They're going up. They're going to take control. Hello? Anyone home? You know that you just lost. What is going on? They just lost control on top of Pop, but didn't care about it.
I mean, they were going to hit outside. Look where Rate and Score are. They get caught off. Machine Gun. He's going to miss a shot. He's going to hit the follow-up, though, and well, Rate will respawn, but now in the 1-on-3 with no bomb. He shouldn't be winning this. I say shouldn't because there's always that chance at the moment. By the way, when Suku peeks towards Brown Halls, he doesn't hit a single bullet, which kind of surprised me because he had, you know, like I think like eight bullets rattle off. A little bit unfortunate, and well, I think Rage is going to save this off for the follow-up round. They have obviously a ton of money, but I think they realize they're not going to win this round.
Well, they've at least done it. Done the dirty. Pumped the brakes. Stopped D13 in their tracks. Thing is, with the money built up, there won't be a problem. And that round isn't really repeatable, right? The sacrifice made in Upper B essentially pays off just through sheer luck on timing. So as they lose one player above, the Sogu falls. Up the ladder goes Bartek. Just as they're throwing a smoke out, for some reason, Mr. Cap wasn't watching it. Tamer got pushed forward by the Molotov and had to take that fight. And all in all, I think Mazaalai got away with murder because that was a very poor start to the round. Even going up the ladder could have been very risky, but luckily D13 were a little bit too pointed. The timing in the round when it happened was as the players were coming out Ivy and they wanted to have their smoke down to assist them. But that won't happen again, and so we need to see a different strategy from them.
We're also seeing 3 smokes being used within the first like 20 seconds of the round. The CT side. And a complete flashbang comes in. Bartek has no chance. Molotov as well. And look at this. So instead of pushing for Tamir, he gets the kill. Backs away. Also, Rate gets a kill across the map on a machine gun. Zilkenberg, well, that's an easy shot. He's going to hit onto Rate. So at least the Ivy presence is going to be dismantled. But they're going towards the inner bomb site where no one's going to be waiting. But Nuez, will they expect him on the flank already off the bat? It's going to be Annihilation who's going to be flanked. Please get the knife. Please get the knife. Please get the knife. Oh, he goes for the shot anyways. But the bomb goes down. Nuez gets a quick double. And Mazaalai, this should be their round for the taking. Yeah, there you go. 2-5. So nice little bounce back there. Nuez with the trip.
Well, Mazaalai have done it, and relatively convincingly as well. The thing is that we always have to come back to, I'm feeling like a little bit of a pessimist now, but it's just where we're at in this series that D13 should be taking this map. And so for me to start taking Mazaalai seriously on train, they've got to do a lot more, especially considering there's 5 rounds. And this comes back to what I was going to say. With D13 having 5 on the board, this is a serious chance for them to come through with a just 1 round. 2 in main, 1 coming through a pop, and again the aggression coming through Upper B. I mean, you can't do this every single round, and it just feels way too frequent at the moment, but we'll see if Sogu can get that fight going his way, and indeed he can. An excellent start.
I mean, I'm mostly worrying for Mazaalai as they get to the T side. I don't know if they have that individual prowess that we've seen out of Score to be able to just open up sights or to, you know, win a 1v3 in the pistol round. But at least we're starting to see them, you know, like start to secure these rounds, and they're starting to get, you know, pretty consistent with it. You know, they're not, it's not coming down to like a one-on-one too often, the rounds they're winning. And I think all in all better. I think they're getting a good feel of the way D13 are playing, and well, I mean, D13 are gonna be able to buy up again. The amount of money they're able to accrue in the 5 rounds that they won, it's pretty ridiculous. Pretty sure they should be buying. I mean, you got 2 players on 6K. Look how aggressive Mazaalai are getting around the map to get these kills. Like, they're not, I don't know, it's not like a typical CT style in my head where they just sit back and wait. They're actually looking for kills. We saw Sugu peeking up in halls multiple times now.
I think the problem is that the aggression doesn't feel very varied, and you can see D13 just spread out and play a default, at which point I feel like as soon as they find a kill, immediately you'll expect at this stage a player to be pushing up through ladder or coming in through team main. And when it becomes expected, you've got to stop it or you're going to be heavily punished for it. What is this? Like, what's going on? D13 playing like such loose Counter-Strike on that attack. Nobody's there to trade. No one's covering for the push-upper. This has been a super aggressive CT side from Mazaalai. And yet it seems like 3 rounds, now 4 rounds in a row, D13 have been caught by surprise that their opponents are going aggressive. You have to start to expect this at a certain point.
Oh, that's awkward. Yeah, especially since they've done this the last, what feels like 4 rounds. Oh my gosh, he's on 1 HP as well. There you go. Suga will close it out. So maybe it's a little bit of a fluke. What I talked about before, he pushed halls and he missed every bullet and ended up paying the price for that. They're starting to stabilize though. Is looking on 8.7. So you go on 7.3. I'm still... I don't know if it's necessarily Mazaalai playing well that's getting into these rounds, or just D13 having a brain fart. I feel like it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be with you on that one. I think D13, the first 2 rounds they lose are fine, but there's a certain point, where you do have to draw a line and say, okay, well, you should have adapted to this, because, look, oh, wow. Oh, guys, Sogu's pushed upper B. What? Who could have predicted that? Maybe if you watch the last 5 rounds. They've only got pistols this time, so it's not that big of a deal. But if they fall to Sogu pushing upper B the next round, I'm going to lose it. Like, you've really got to be paying attention to that sort of stuff. I think the fact that he's done it again this round has to be a wake-up call. D13 should be ready. I expect
There's
from them
no way he does it again. There's no way.
I mean, been 5 rounds now. I thought that for the last 3. Thing is, he didn't play super aggressive the one before, right? He was posted aggressively upper and waited for them to pull a nade.
Yeah, but the position he's playing, like, if you die, is he's basically solo holding an inner. If he pushes and dies, that's the inner site taken. I feel like he's in too big of a position to keep getting aggressive and to put, that site in jeopardy.
It looks like he's listening to you. Back of oil is where he goes. And you can see what was that? You can see the D13 are again looking towards that A site. 2 players this time towards Pop instead of the single from before, boosting above the smoke. Looking for an angle on some of these guys. It's Score that's boosted. He's had a pretty high score when it came to kills. Not able to spot anybody out though. They're playing nice and passive. Bartek knows he doesn't want to expose too much of himself on top of the ladder of the trains. So they won't be offered a reward just yet.
This is what I kind of wanted to see out of Mazaalai. If they can win rounds like this, where they play more passive, instead of having to get aggressive to look for early kills and to get their advantage. Annihilation's going to punish Zilkenberg. That's the op now out of the hands of the CT side. Bomb, though, soon to be down towards T main. Nuez again down to 11 HP. It seems like every time I look at him, he's always been absorbing damage. The last round was a Molotov, or the round before last, when they had guns, it was a Molotov towards Pop. So back to a man advantage here for D13. Maybe a semblance of normality coming into this round, and then Rate pushes a smoke.
Ray thought his name was Stewie. Fair play. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out. But the T's have gained control of B. If this bomb gets dropped on the cross, luckily no one's there to actually spot it. Could have been dangerous with 10 seconds left. Bomb planted, site secured. They don't know about Sogu, though. He's got the sneaky, beaky position. This should be a free kill. No way that they actually check this. There you go. 1 for free. Score able to take it in connector. Here's Sogu looking for the fight. Grabs another monstrous performance from him. Now in the 1v1, it's Annihilation on the op. He bites, tries to bait out the shot. I respect it. But Annihilation, he didn't have an itchy finger. He was ready for the peak to come through the second time. And so 6-5 we go. D13 get on the board with another T round. And with the damage they've been doing, they're on the verge of putting the CTs onto a pretty awkward situation for the next. Really, Mazaalai need to win this. If they don't, they could be going down 8-6. And already 8 rounds for the T side would be huge.
I was a little bit surprised to see Sugu actually re-peek that same angle once he already spotted him out. I mean, we know how good Annihilation is, and even if you just had a mediocre opera, I would assume you're going to still win that battle.
He also didn't shoulder peek it, right? The second time, he just swung. It was as if he'd heard the op shot.
Right.
That was odd.
Oh, no. Okay, well, Machine Gun will at least get 1 kill back. But again, Inner's taken. The far score's pushing up. Bartek on the rotate's going to get caught out, and this should be the 7th round. And potentially 8 coming up, like you said. Like, the money's just not there for the side of Mazaalai. Zilkenberg picks up the op that Machine Gun lost. But to retake this with an M4, with Nuez nowhere in the vicinity, and losing a battle to Annihilation with a Glock, No, save. Zilkenberg, save this.
Yeah, Annihilation makes the right read in the rotate as well. No point challenging him for no reason. So that's the round I was waiting for from D13. You know, they punished the aggression on upper, which was a bit odd from Sogu. Then you see a little bit of variance as well, where they're watching for, was it Nuez? I'm presuming it was. No, actually, it was Bartek. That's what caught me off guard. Not Nuez going up ladder. It was Nuez a couple times before. But so that's what we needed to see, as I was saying. You know, D13 didn't seem to adapt to the fact that once they found a kill towards B, Mazaalai immediately went up ladder, came behind and flanked. They did that 2 rounds out of the first 5, and it worked 2 rounds out of the first 5. Maybe even 3, completely catching them off guard. And you cannot allow yourself to be caught with your pants down like that. But luckily, they had the idea, they had the approach. That extra kill by Annihilation and Ivy was even more of a bonus. And just embarrassing Nuez with the clock.
That was like so much of an awkward moment where he's coming up ladder, and then both players just kind of stare at each other for that millisecond, and then it's like that meme, you know, like, you know, in Bartek's head, he knew he messed up, and then he gets shot. It was like, hey, what's up? You're dead. But look at the CT side. I mean, they've got the op saved from Zilkenberg, and then just some 5.7s, a P250, a Deagle behind this. I mean, you're look at the cusp. I mean, I obviously numerically they haven't lost the half, but in reality they have when it comes to a map like Train, and they're on the verge of being down 8-7. Zilkenberg could go big here. He gets the first kill. Machine Gun gets one as well. Annihilation with the op. We've seen him in this position before. He's not going to be hitting any of his shots though.
Just tried to pull out a 360 on them. That was ambitious to say the least. And somehow Mazaalai come out with just pistols. Wow, D13 impressed me in the previous round and then let me down immediately. Still though, I mean, 7 rounds on the board for the T side, they're looking pretty clean. It's hard to really compliment Mazalai's current position. I feel like even the rounds they're winning, the strategies they're coming at, just so wild. Like, you try to do this against a Vici, a Tyloo, it's just not going to work. I mean, even pound for pound against teams like that, they're going to get wrecked, but in terms of the actual strategy, you're not going to find that many holes in the offense.
And the aggression. And Sugu this time, it's definitely going to be warranted, considering what the enemy team does have. Trying to catch out a player here to pick up a gun, and oh, that might have been it. Score and rate. The Gladiator plays coming through. They're gonna boost up. Not gonna spot anyone. Actually, rank gets deked up. I wonder if he's actually gonna drop the AK over to Tamir. Oh, and a missed shot again, Zilkenberg. Oh no, the ops picked up, and if he fell right there, that would have been a massive misplay. But 2 missed shots. They get the gun. They back off, and they have themselves the man advantage. As we can see, Sugo's even rotated towards CT spawn. The inner bomb site is completely open. Mazaalai putting all their eggs in one basket here. Okay, finally they put Zilkenberg back, but still.
Coming up on 30 seconds, D13 got to make a move. Forward they go. Shot connected by Nuez. Bomb has to be picked up, so it slowed down the attack a little bit. Right, still sat down with the AWP, waiting for an opportunity. Mr. Cap lands one. They know where Nuez is, but so good from afar is taking the fights, and that should seal the fate of the round. 10 seconds left, and they just won't peek him. Even Zilkenberg surviving on B will be enough. And so that is the end of the round. An AWP save forward to the next. I think that's a positive outcome, really, for the T side.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, they invested a little bit into that round. They're still going to be able to buy up here anyways, so not too big of a deal. Hey, Mazaalai would be extremely happy to take an 8th round, especially considering, so we saw things start off, it was 5-0, and they were able to take 5 straight after that. Let's see if they can secure the last round, and I'm honestly really curious to see their T side going into this match versus D13 on Train. mean, I feel like most of the rounds that we see Mazaalai win have just been off of this like random aggression around the map. Sugu pushing inner, you know, Bartak pushing up ladder, or Nuez doing that, depending on the situation. Yeah, see, they did invest a lot of Molotovs, flashes to really hold Bartek back. They're going to trade it out 1-for-1. Score cleans up the kill. Speaking of aggression, Sugu. He's going to push up. He's going to get behind them extremely quick, and I don't think they're going to expect this at all.
I'm so surprised he pushed upper. The B play has been so varied. It's just...
Well, he loses his entire team, though, before he even gets in a position to do anything. And I think they even heard the drop.
Mr. Cap was ready for it at least either way, but Annihilation shuts him down. And so 8-7 we go. D13 dominating on their T side. I mean, considering how things started out for them, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more, but hey, you can't complain about 8 rounds.
I mean, it's 8 rounds on T side of Train when score was ridiculous and is still being ridiculous, up to 18 kills. And then you still have Annihilation, who hasn't really come online when it comes to the series, but he's on 11. The second we see D13 get double up, I think with like the one-dimensional play we saw at Mazaalai, which I'm hoping we're not going to see on Train, but we saw that on Dust 2, are they going to be able to deal with it? And they contend. It's double up set up, and Mr. Cap is going to spot out at least the first over towards Ivy, backs away. Has a crossfire set up, but he can't quite hit his shots, and neither can score.
He's getting all the chances, not connecting. And so Mazaalai claim T spawn, claim the B side, and this should be the end of the round. Should be their pistol. Wow. And indeed it is, clean as can be as well. Flawless would be popping up right now if this was a different game.
Flawless victory. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Thrifty.
Clutch.
I do like that. Honestly, I wish we had even... Have you seen the Dota voice lines, like the one with Gaben, for example, where he's like, "You have found the opening kill. Congratulations." Yeah. Like, that'd be great. I think it would take away because sound is so important in the game, obviously, but it'd be nice to be able to enable it or something.
For the broadcast. Like caster stickers.
Yeah, of course. Right? Of course you're going to say that.
I mean, I would have been so mad if they did caster stickers like with the moment I got out of, or the next major after I got out of CS for a little bit of time to do Overwatch.
Oh, we shouldn't have said that here. Get him, Twitch chat. Get him.
Watching the cases to see who's cheating.
Ah, right, got you.
Not that boring.
Sneaky boy, sneaky boy.
I almost think watching someone do Overwatch cases is probably more entertaining than watching OWL.
At this point, I think that's a hard statement to disagree with, to be honest. God, what a mess.
This round's been a mess, though.
Mm-hmm.
For Mazaalai, 2 players remain. Both of the AKs up against the MAC-10, recovered for score, and the Deagle and Annihilation. Oh, he's telling me. He's going to get the first bomb. Going to be tapped down. Zuckerberg low HP. He's going to be flanked in from behind. Annihilation just needs to stay alive. He doesn't even need to challenge out, and I think he realizes this. And is so smart. And it down to a T. They get the kill. They get the AK, and well, D13 again bounce back.
That's not the second round you wanted D13 to take. Oh, well, I mean, look, we've said this a couple times, right? But just to be very clear, if you lose the pistol on the T side and get a bomb plant, winning the second round is not a surprise. It's not. We're not going to be wondering how the hell that happened. But if you're on the CT side and you lose the pistol, you should not be winning round number 2. Maybe if you got a lot of kills, you get a scout out, pistols around it, sure, it can happen every now and then. But in this matchup in particular, in this particular timeline, that shouldn't be happening. You don't want it. Vartic manages to answer back with the Deagle. He's picked himself up a rifle, or sorry, Zilkenberg has got a rifle and an AK. There's possibilities for Mazaalai with that opening duel. They've got a lot of progress towards the A site, looking for a couple more fights. Bartak with the Deagle, he's not going to be landing it. And with him falling, they've lost all the progress.
Unfortunate too, because you know, if he plays that timing window a little bit differently, maybe Mr. Cap doesn't look and they do get the kill onto him. It opens up the Ivy push out of Nuez. You see the bomb heading towards the B site, and soon you're going to go down. Not going to block off the bomb from being planted, however. Sigu, he obviously wants to get this one down, but he still has to worry about so many different angles. Anyways, in the meantime, he does get one kill. That was towards Ivy. I think Sigu has been spotted out with the bomb, though, and it's eventually going to be flanked out on. He's left to himself against 3. Wait, no, they didn't see him.
A chance, a real chance.
So, I don't know, in that situation, he ended up playing for the round win. But I almost feel like he could have gotten the bomb down instead of going for the challenge to the man in towards Z.
Yeah, no, I agree. I have to say, when you come into a position like that, bomb plan is going to help your team out a lot more than the potential 1v2. It's probably not going to go your way. But then also you'd have the chance to play the 1v2 post plan.
True.
But anyways, made an attempt, didn't work out. Now we come into a full eco pretty much from Mazaalai. And the anti-eco for D13 starts out pretty damn well with Annihilation, just double tapping and finding 2 kills. He's still challenging and falls to the Glocks. This could be a bit of a disaster. That is the perfect weapon to drop down Pop with. Oh my god. Shredding him.
No money for an op for Mazaalai. I've always liked to have seen the the op battle, but we do see the double op set up for D13 score and Annihilation. And this goes back to the question I asked before as we went into halftime. Can they deal with this double op setup? I mean, obviously one way to work around is to have an op yourself and hope you can hit the shots or maybe assist the shots going through. But this is going to be so tough, and I think again this is going to be the telling sign of how the CT side can go here in this round. If there's a response, look how aggressive Mr. Cap gets towards Ivy. Rate in the meantime is taking down Zilkenberg, and this Mac 10 out of Mr. Cap is, well, not going to accomplish too much. To know exactly where he is, it comes around the corner, and Suga will clean up, but not before being dinked down to 36 HP.
Oh, Tamer. Sneaky up close. He's gone through the smoke, but neither player realizes that they've just completely passed by each other. When it fades, the first one to turn will be the one to get a kill. Look who's joining the party.
What? That's a feels bad.
I definitely didn't pan out in the way that they wanted, really. Mazaalai in a 1v4. I actually got completely confused, Jason. So Rate had obviously pushed upper B. I saw it looking like he was coming because I think he went through the door where Showers is and walked forward. So it was like, oh, there's 2 players here. Then when the smoke faded, it's looking like, where's Rate? Dude's invisible? No, that makes sense.
That would have been weird. That would have been awkward if he was there too, though.
Yeah, 2 guys staring at him. That's I gotta say, something I never think about is the verticality of Train. It's the first time I've ever been confronted with not knowing where a player is, really. I guess occasionally you're like, is the bomb drop main or is it Showers? That's it, really. Not on guard for it like when we're on Nuke. Jeez.
Oh, Vertigo for me was like the worst because I didn't have much experience playing the map or anything. And then
right.
the fact just ended up casting it like the first week of Pro League when I got there after like the map was added to the pool. Actually, no, this was like season 8 of Pro League in the UK.
Oh yeah.
And they just added to the pool, and then like the first game you get Vertigo, and I'm like, oh.
Dude, I couldn't believe they added Vertigo. I know we talked about this before, but the fact they added Vertigo and not like a season, a Tuscan, and now they've got a Anubis in there, which seems pretty decent, like that they can work with, anyways. Man, that's annoying. Actually, I feel like Anubis is too big at the moment. They need to do something with it, but. Jeez, I think it'd be a better starting point than what Vertigo was at the start. It was like they had a concept, made it, and went, yeah, ship it, let's go.
Well, I mean, you remember Vertigo. Well, they had Vertigo in 1.6. It was just a completely different style. I mean, it was like basically the same kind of style, but it didn't have the same layout, and it was more of a, it was a VIP map. Yeah. So you like escort this this character, this like NPC. Wow. This NPC out of the map.
See, I think maps like I'm not sure exactly what it's called.
Was it? I know there was Oil Rig, which was VIP. I don't remember. I thought Vertigo was it as well.
Yeah, I thought when I look at
wow, so I never did play Vertigo to 1.6. Then it was Oil Rig I have in my head.
Silly boy.
I know you guys couldn't hear it on stream, but Blow chimed in. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, Oil Rig in my head was completely different. All right.
I feel like that gym, I don't know what it's called, but to me it's called gym. You know the map. you know the one. That felt like it was a much better starting point for a competitive map than it was just there's so many Sub-Zero, you know, like there's so many to choose from. They were like, yeah, let's make a brand new one. Let's not consult all the pros about it. Let's just ship it. Why not? It's a pretty terrible approach, but you know what?
I mean,
I like it
Overpass
now.
wasn't in 1.6 as far as I remember,
Yeah.
and I was fairly happy with the map. Like, I'm still fairly happy with the map.
Yeah. I think just day one, I did not think Vertigo was good. I still don't think it was a good map. Now, I like what they've done with it. I think
I mean,
we're,
you have to
getting
refine
there.
it, right? Like, look how many years it's taken for Dust 2 to be refined from Mirage, known as Strike, back in 1.6, known as like CPL Strike. Like, it's taken time to refine it, but you know, you can't expect to ship a map day one and have it be in a perfect, you know, competitive, or to have it be like perfectly well made for a competitive environment. But then again, putting it into a major,
there you go.
that's also a risky kind of thing, right?
It's exactly
one
what
of
I
your
was gonna
biggest
say.
tournaments of the year, and you put it into a major. That's the rough part. But I mean, at least it forces players to play the map.
I mean, this is it, right? You can't expect it to be perfectly competitive day one, which is why you don't put it in competitive day one. But hey, look, it's turned out into a pretty decent map. While we're talking, presuming Zilkenberg wasn't going to be able to get this one done, he's found a 3K. A final kill puts him in a 1v1 with 25 seconds left. He hasn't made his mind up on where he wants to go. In fact, he has. He was faking his steps out towards upper, hoping that Tamer would be close by, hearing him going. Although he wasn't, he presumes it to be a B hit anyways. And that should be a bomb plant now for Zil. Yeah, he has time to get this down. Tamer quickly running out. He's going to go up on top of the train. Zilk, this has to be a no-scope, really, doesn't it? It's going to be a rough one as Tamer makes all the steps around the back. He's lost him for a second, and he tried to go up and make a little flanky danker of his own. Unfortunately, that's the end of his life as Tamer quickly connects the shots, and a 14th round for D13 comes through.
Much closer than we would have expected, though. I mean, the triple kill for Zilkenberg really opened things up, and obviously the bomb plant is at extra funds, but unfortunately Suga is only on 2100. He gets dropped over a weapon, and this is basically do or die time. You lose this round, you probably lost the series. Unfortunately, you go 0-3. Like, again, you know, beyond the scope of just this best of 3 alone, you'll be on 0-3. You'll be the only team there, and out of the 10 teams playing in this event, only 8 go through to the playoffs. And I say only 8, I mean, I should be saying 8 go through to the playoffs, because that's such a large amount of teams when you look at, you know, other events. Now playoffs ended up working out. You want to be the bottom 2, and wow, the spray because of the flash coming out. Mir's gonna fall, but Bartek's down on 8 HP. Annihilation score both with the op yet again. Mr. Cap, oh, he's in such a prime position to ruin the chances here for Mazaalai.
Oh man, the shot as he lands down. Bartek only needed 1 bullet on 4 health, and he's eliminated to put it into a 4v2. Mr. Cap on his way around behind Nuez, shot in the back by him. That's a second kill as Score finishes it off with his own double. It's 15-8. Mazaalai just about to get what's coming to them. And as we mentioned, you know, the fact that D13 found so many rounds on their T side. I mean, within the first 5 rounds, they had 5 rounds. At that point, I mean, with the early half going their way, it's next to impossible for them to end up in a bad position. Even 10-5 is workable when you swap to the CT side, especially when you're the advantage team and it's your map pick. But obviously they picked up another 3, took it to 8, and from there we saw Mazaalai win the pistol round, and that's it. They've achieved nothing since then. They looked very clean to start it off in the pistol. Rate's got an auto sniper. Yep. My question is, why has Rate got an auto sniper? That's very rude.
Because why not?
I can give you lots of reasons why not, but also it's just rude.
That was a little awkward for Score. Nuez. I don't think Annihilation is going to expect him to be here. He comes around the corner in the spray. It's a little bit rough, but look at the HP. Zilkenberg down to 6. Nuez down to 31. Score on 24 kills. Looking to end things off at 26. And the bomb is going to be rotating right into the... Oh my gosh. It might be rotating the open arms of Score. I was getting a little bit worried if Zilkenberg continued to push.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what he just shot at either. Gave his position up, and they might go inner.
That was definitely a misclick.
Hit his keyboard with the mouse. I've done that many times.
So. I think so. Now in a 1v2, they know where he is. He's playing it slow, but yeah, had to know they were going to go and plant on the B side. He's going to walk right into the op of Nuez, and that should be the end of it. If he decides to wide swing, it could work out, but that would mean making a step. It's unlikely to come through. And yeah, an off angle being held by Nuez. Well played. You know, yesterday I actually, it was weird. I right-clicked by accident, swung right, hit off a measuring tape that I had on the side of my mouse mat in Valorant, and killed someone with a classic because of it. I looked like I had the best reactions of all time.
What were you measuring at your desk to have a measuring tape there?
I've been measuring a lot of things. I'm looking at getting a new couch because mine's in a bit of a tatters after like 10 years. So I had to measure that. I had to measure the backdrop to see where it would go. And Zilkenberg's measuring up to Tamer, finding the opening duel. Still a double op setup to contend with. But man, look at the confidence. He's just rushing forward. And hello, and goodbye to score. He even caught that tag onto Annihilation, did he? That's nuts. Oh, that was a machine gun. Never mind.
Oh, great. Let's get a little bit close, getting a little bit worried for Mazaalai. They do survive yet again another round, losing 3 players, however. D13, they're going to be on the save. Annihilation on 3,500. Again, investing into these double ops. I don't know why they're necessarily going double ops. I don't think they've really had any success with them. It costs so much money to do. I mean, again, they bought an auto sniper and double ops, if you remember the round 2 rounds ago for rate. I mean, the cockiness was clearly there, but it might come out to harm them now. Come back to bite them in the ass because Mazaalai are just 5 rounds away, thrown it into overtime, and again, they get caught being aggressive. Again, it's just a pistol, so not too big of a deal. I think if you're D13, you need to focus up here. You know, don't give any more free rounds after this to Mazaalai. Don't give them any hope back into this map.
Yeah, 2 buy rounds for D13. You said it was just pistols previous round, and the problem for them is that they did invest into pistols. Lightly. Doing the same here, but they'll have money for the next round at least.
Maybe we've seen so many games end off of a pistol round like this, right? So
Definitely. 4 deagles, more than enough.
double the amount you need.
Indeed.
We've been seeing.
Zilkenberg. Oh, I thought he was going to get the opening there, but the players actually backed off. Rates found the opening duel in upper B, giving Sogu a little taste of his own medicine. You like upper B pushes, do you, Sogu? Yeah. Bite this. It was a bullet. But Bartak and Nuez delivering some of their own and bringing it into a 2v4. Flanked by Score. Not detected. And Nuez goes to check it. Now spotted him out. That's a hard fight to win once they know where you are. And Rate's the one to try and finish this off. Machine gun easily finishes it 15-12. Now here's D13's buy round. This is going to be one of their last. They will have one for the final round when it's 15-14. And one for right now.
Sorry. I mean, as we saw, Score hit his keyboard with his mouse. I kind of hit my microphone. Double up again. I mean, I wish I could kind of like look back and see what rounds they had double ops, but I feel like they really haven't been winning any of these with this. Oh, no. They were lined up. Only one gets caught. The Score and Annihilation both playing outside. Get the first 2 kills of the round. The aggression not working out for Mazaalai. And so down to the 3. Well, now 3 on 4 as Tamir burns up. They actually do have control of the bomb train, though. You can see Nuez, he has the bomb here. He's going to actually drop the Annihilation who peeks down from above. Bomb now down. What can Zilkenberg and Machine Gun do here to keep Mazaalai's hopes alive?
Well, Zilkenberg's been given an opportunity to take that, but no, now he's all alone. A 1v4. A 1v3, excuse me. He's already got himself 3 kills. Oh, but as he peeks in to Score, the Opper lurking down below in Ivy was just too strong, finishing off the round and indeed the game. That's going as expected. D13, very good T side. Their CT was stellar. They won, like 7 rounds in a row, and then eventually close it out. I gotta say, they're